there, I'm Trisha and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing Top 5 Wednesday, our top 5 favorite rainy day reads. So because my normal posting schedule is on Tuesdays and Fridays, this is going up a day early, but I really liked this topic. So here are some reads that I think will make perfect reads for rainy days. These are in no particular order. So the first book I want to talk about is The House of Many Ways by Diana Wynne Jones. This is a companion to Howl's Moving Castle. I feel like this is a fantastic rainy day read because the story for me felt like coming home, almost like the way Harry Potter does. When I read it, I get this nostalgic feeling that kind of envelops me, and I feel like this particular story with this house and the whimsical storytelling and the magic behind it, it kind of wraps around me, like the house wraps around me and just makes me feel nice and cozy, and it's nice and lighthearted to kind of battle away, you know, a rainy day kind of bluesy feel. The next book that I think would make a great rainy day read is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This is a wonderful suspenseful thriller that is edge of your seat without being too scary. I really enjoyed this story. It was probably my favorite from her that I have read so far. This is a story about a woman who is a travel writer, and she goes on this maiden voyage of this cruise to write about it for this travel magazine that she works for. And when she's there, the first night she's on the boat, she hears somebody go overboard. And when she reports this, it turns out that all of the crew members and all of the passengers are accounted for, but she knows what she heard, she knows what she saw, and so nobody believes her because everyone is accounted for on the manifest. It's just a page turner. So I read this in one sitting and just devoured it, and I think I actually read it in the spring, and I probably read it on a rainy day. The next book I want to talk about is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. I read this just recently, so it's one that I really enjoyed. This is about a man who stumbles across a woman in the street one evening, and she is bleeding, and he wants to take her to the hospital, but she doesn't want to go, so she agrees to go with him back to his flat in London, and he will, you know, take care of her and help her so she, you know, doesn't die. And then through a series of events, after meeting this young woman, he is transported to what is called London Below. It's the London of yesterday, the London that has slipped through the cracks, the people that have been forgotten and the places that have been left behind. And I feel like this is a great rainy day read because it's like a fairy tale for adults. It's very similar. If you liked Harry Potter, it's got a similar sort of feeling to it, but more adult. And it's lighthearted enough to kind of lift rainy day kind of vibes, but it's also dark enough to meet the mood of a rainy day. My next pick is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I think that this is a spectacular rainy day read. For those of you who do not know, Caraval is about two sisters that have always wanted to go to this magical event called Caraval, and then one year they finally get the opportunity to go, but then the one sister says, no, we can't go this year, and then the other one tricks her into going, and when they get there, it turns out that one of the sisters has been kidnapped, and it is a game. And I think that this is just a spectacular adventure set in such a mystical, magical place, similar to a carnival or a circus. It's an immersive performance experience, and you know, with everything that changes around them magically and all of the adventure to it, I think that this is a great way to be transported away from the rainy day that you might be stuck in. And then the last book that I think would make a great rainy day read is Sunshine by Robin McKinley. And I recommend this because it's something that, it's a story that stuck with me, and I originally gave it 2 stars on Goodreads, but I think that may have been too hasty of a reading, and I might need to go back and reread it because it's a story that has settled over me and I think about from time to time, and a story like that I don't think is warranted a 2-star rating. So I'll probably go back and reread this. But with that aside, I think that this is a great rainy day read because it is a urban fantasy kind of paranormal romance that has an atmosphere that just settles over you like storm clouds. It's really the right amount of suspense for a rainy day, the right amount of mystery. I think that the next time I pick this up will be on a rainy day. So these are the books that I think would make top 5 perfect picks for rainy day reads. Let me know in the comments down below, have you read any of these? Or if you haven't, what are some of your favorite rainy day reads? Something that you think would make a nice read to lighten the atmosphere or to be just mysterious enough and dark enough to meet a rainy day mood. And now is a perfect time, if you have not already done so, click that little subscribe button down below if you'd like to see more content from me, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!